Landfall decks are crushing it right now in the current meta in Standard on Arena, but they do have a lot of rares in them. So I wondered, okay, people like it when I do the budget videos. Can I make a budget version of a Landfall deck like this one, but, you know, with fewer rares that can still win? So 62.6% win rate, you know, 4 Bristly Bills, 3 Innkeeper's Towns, 4 Tifas, 4 Traveling Chocobos, 4 Mossborn Hydras, 4 Fabled Passages. Can we do it? Can we actually make a version that uses just 10 rares? Welcome to the Attic Manadad here. It's the channel where we explore what's fun in Magic, mostly on Arena. And I know there's a lot of fun stuff that just got released with the anthologies for Timeless, and I hope to make videos on that. Get your Ren and 6 and all that stuff. But I have just a little bit of time, and I've been working very assiduously, very carefully on this deck, which is a version of the Landfall deck, but it's not going to break your wildcard budget. Okay, so you've seen what it is with all the rares, when you've got all the rares. Here's what I've come up with 10 or fewer rares, but really 10. So we got the Land of War Elves. We got 2 Royal Treatments instead of 1. 4 Saz's Chocobos, that's an uncommon, that's an easy craft. Throw in some Bushwhacks. This is basically the only interaction this deck has. Saffron Olive has called the Landfall, the green Landfall decks, essentially poison decks. They're infect decks because you're just trying to get a creature like Tifa really big and just win with basically 1 hit. So that's what we're doing. But I am prioritizing Tifa. I think Tifa is your best bet here. I got 2 Bristly Bills instead of 4, and we got 2 Mossborn Hydras instead of 4. Mossborn's also very good. The Trample is very good on both of these. So it remains to be seen whether that's, you know, that great. And then, yeah, okay, maybe you don't have enough wild cards to get 4 Fabled Passages, but you can run Escape Tunnel, you can run Evolving Wilds, you can even run this card called Promising Vein, which people seem to have forgotten about, but this is a fetch land that can tap for mana on the turn it comes into play. So we've got 15 forests, 2 Promising Veins, so that's 17 untapped lands. Fabled Passage, really 19 untapped lands, but the 4th turn. And then you're just worrying about your Escape Tunnels and your Evolving Wilds as tap lands. So a little bit of a drawback. You could run the 3 mana card, which I'm forgetting the name of it, that brings all the lands into play untapped, if you really care about that. But we really just kind of want to go all in on 1 creature, preferably a Tifa. And that's why we've got Snakeskin Veil and the Royal Treatments and Overprotect. And Overprotect is nice because, yeah, okay, Bristly Bill does not have Trample, but if you draw an Overprotect, you can even build up a Springbloom Druid to win with a big old hit with Overprotect with Trample. How are you going to do that? First of all, Ordeal of Nylea, you can build up +1/+1 counters. It's +1 counters, it's Landfall. Combos really nicely with the Mossborn Hydra, because of course it's getting the counters really easily. And then when the 2 lands come in, it doubles. It's going to be insane, basically. And then Ride the Shoe Puff is Bristly Bill at Home. This is a 2 mana enchantment. You might not have seen this if you didn't play any limited, but it's actually pretty strong. And it's essentially the Bristly Bill ability. Whenever a land you control enters, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. And you say, oh, well, it's not really a creature. Well, we'll see in the games. I haven't recorded the games yet. In my tests, the 7 mana extra ability here is actually relevant. So because you're ramping so much in this deck, you can get up to 7 mana and make this into a 7/7 beast, and sometimes that's what you need. 7/7 beast, give it +3/+3 trample, hexproof and indestructible. That can be the game-winning hit. So hopefully you get what we're doing here. If you're not familiar with the Landfall decks by now, I guess I'll explain a little bit more. Mossborn Hydra is essentially comes in as a 1/1 trample, but every time a land comes, it's going to double that +1/+1 counter that it came in with. Springbloom Druid, great way to just get a double landfall for 3 mana. because we've got Land of War Elves, you can do that as soon as turn 2. But you kind of usually want to save it. You kind of usually want to get a creature down. Make sure you've always got 1 mana up. Land of War Elves can help with that for the Snakeskin Veil or the Royal Treatment. And then just build up to a turn where you can make a big hit, double up Tifa's power 3, 4, 5 times until it's just a 1-hit win. So that's the deck. Let's see, and we can count the rares here. So there's 2, 4, 8, 10 rares. That's it. And I don't think, if you have more of these, you can put them in. You can kind of see what I compromise based on the regular list. So, all right, enough of my yammering. Hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, all that stuff if you like this kind of content. And I will be back at the end of the video to show you the actual win rate of the deck, even if it's embarrassing, no matter what I could fit into the video. So you're going to see the legit stats for it. So without further ado, let's see Budget Landfall in action. We're playing standard ranked right now. I'm at platinum, so that should be a pretty good test. I got to sneeze. Yeah. All right. I like this hand. Not very many lands. I think we're running like 26 lands though in the deck. I forgot to count that up in the deck tech. So I think we can risk it. Ooh, and okay, Land of War Elves. They're in black. So for me, this is a tough one. If we don't draw a land next turn, we can Springbloom Druid with the Land of War Elves. But if they have removal for the Chocobo, then we kind of have nothing. So I guess we'll just wait. Up against a black and white deck. Dark Confidant. Okay. Let's see if we draw that land. No, we do not draw that land. We got a free attack with the Saz. Dark Confidant will be lowering their life total. They take 3 damage from a Sephiroth. Me. Oh, fixed my dryer last week, fixed my washing machine today. It's one of those times of year, I guess. Oh man. Springbloom Druid. Kind of need to get the Saz's Chocobo going. Let's attack with it. We might get an overprotect. Yeah, we did. Okay. They're like, well, I'm just gonna take that block. Well, guess what, opponent? You've lost your voice of victory. It's a very good card to have. They go down to 10. And a 1-drop. Do they have a third land to play their Sephiroth? Is a question. I'd like to get 1 more land, please. Start Springbloom Druiding. That'll close out the game nice and fast. Here we go. Landfall. Sacrifice. Landfall. And attack with a Chuck. A Bach. They'll block with the Infestation Sage. Is what it is. We don't have the mana currently to do the Overprotect. They take another 1. They go down to 9. I look a bit choked on mana here. I've just got to get 1 nice big turn here. They could play another Dark Confidant. That's a confidant play. Opponent is playing quite confidently. Know what they're trying to draw into, I guess, a land. Oh, man. Okay, well, let's Springbloom Druid again. Now we do have the Overprotect. Let's see. We get the Chocobo up to a 7-8. I think it's worth attacking with this Springbloom Druid, too. 1 point of damage might be the difference. They block. Okay. So, do we win? Hit you for 9. Boom! Okay, what do we think of this hand? 2 Tifas, so it's essentially a mulligan. We go first. I mean, I'm going to keep it. We can fire off a Tifa and just, if they remove it, have another Tifa as a backup. They're in green. They're another Landfall deck? Okay. They have to use a tap land. That's great. Throw in the Chocobo. I mean, it is a blocker for Tifa if they don't attack. A little bit, okay, but they do attack, so thankfully, ooh, and we get a Saz's Chocobo. So the question would have been play Ordeal of Nylea and attack and grow the Lockhart, or do we take a setup turn with Llanowar and Saz's Chocobo? I'm inclined to take the setup turn here. Hold back Ordeal of Nylea. We're not going to be able to pop Ordeal of Nylea because we don't have anything that's getting... Well, we will be able to pop it on the Saz's Chocobo, potentially. So, yeah. The question is, I think I wait on the escape tunnel. I think it's worth getting the extra damage here. Well, maybe. Actually, maybe it was. We're going to need that mana next turn, right? Because we want to be able to theoretically Ordeal and Springbloom Druid if we draw a card. Okay, and they get a Mossborn Hydra, so their threats are in play. It's just going to be who drew better, and they have more rares in their deck, so we are definitely the underdog in this match. Mossborn Hydra already up to a 4/4. We'll take 4. I think I will crack this. Okay, see, we get the land. So, yeah, is there any reason to hold back the land? I don't think so. Like that. Pop the Ordeal of Nylea on the Chocobo. As it attacks, we'll go get more lands. And I think that's lethal. I'm not really doing the math. This is kind of an all-in deck. If you don't like to do the math, you don't have to. Probably pays off. Every once in a while it will pay off to do. Yeah, okay, we got him. Won the mirror match. Playing Budget Landfall. Up against Concealed. And kind of a land light and creature light hand, but we do have Tifa. Opponent is going first. I'm going to risky keep. If they're a non-interactive deck, we've got Overprotect with Tifa. We get a Mossborn Hydra. This is actually a tappable land, so we can play Tifa on 2. Our blue-black. I guess we'll do a removal check / counterspell check. If it's the Dimir deck, yeah, we might just be cooked here. It's some kind of control deck. Okay, well the Mossborn survived. Now I'm wishing I waited till we had 4 lands. They shot the sheriff. Okay. We might be all in on the shoe puff. One thing I would like is if this put +1/+1 counters on itself if you didn't have any creatures. This is kind of the fail state. I'm glad you're seeing this game, because this is kind of the fail state of the deck, because we have to put in stuff like Ride the Shoe Puff and Ordeal of Nylea instead of the creatures. Like if these were a Bristly Bill or another Mossborn Hydra. Well, it's not exactly threatening us, though. Okay, well, we can draw cards. That's good. Congratulations. They're tapped out now. Okay, we got a land or elves. We got something. Guess I'll hold off on Ride the Shoe Puff. They're going to hit us for 5 and draw 2 cards. Maybe we get to eat one of their removal spells. Yep. Okay, I guess that happens. Dimir mid-range, not a great matchup. And what do we think now? Should I have kept? It's weird, but I've won games where opponent draws a lot of cards off Enduring Curiosity when I was testing, because, again, we just have to stick that one creature. We're not drawing it. Ride the Shoe Puff. That's the turn. Bristly Bill on an enchantment. We have ways to, if we get a creature now, we have ways to protect it. Question is, I think we have to draw a creature next turn, and it has to be defensive enough. Because they've just drawn so many cards. So the odds of us winning are in the single digits at best at this point. Yeah, Kaido, sure.
Slim chances, just
draw some more cards if you feel like it. Plussing up, okay. Well, we get one Saz's Chocobo. We only have 1 green mana to protect it with. So we gotta hope nowhere in their amount of cards is there be careful with this game, Donald. You don't click the wrong thing. It's a 2/3 now. And they got Flood Pit's Drowner, so they'll force us to use Royal Treatment on it. But I think they have 7 damage regardless now. We can't block the Enduring Curiosity or the Kaido. They got another Flood Pit's Drowner. Okay. So that's the ball game. So it goes. Budget Green Landfall up against Jason Gurka. Jason G. Urky. Keep this. Would love to just get a Saz's Chocobo stompy win here. Nobody expects the overprotect. Legion Extrudar, no! Alright. Well, you know what that means, is we're playing this followed by a forest. I was thinking of playing with the Evolving Wilds, but gotta hold up the royal treatment. Always a lot of removal in best of one standard, because there has to be. Weapons manufacturing, love these decks. Got a great weapons manufacturing deck that I have not recorded yet. And we got Promising Vein or Evolving Wilds. I guess we'll do Evolving Wilds. And smack them for 3. Tezzeret.
You're inferior in every possible way.
Search the library for an artifact card with mana value 1 or less.
Ah, just what I needed.
They find an artifact land, maybe? And they go for the Newt block. And they had a land, so they play the land, play the Newt block. Manufacturing triggers. Triggers Tezzeret. What does this do when you get emblem at the beginning of combat in turn 3+1/+1 counters a target artifact you control becomes a 0/0 robot artifact creature. Okay. Let's see. Okay, Bill. Gotta always remember to do things in a different order with this stuff. I'm used to going land first. I think in this case I'm going to get rid of the Tezzeret. Is that crazy? Am I just supposed to focus? Because even if they emblem it, they're just getting a 3/3 robot. Alright. Get him down to 12, because we got to get him within range of hitting with the overprotect. I'm tempted to crack the Promising Vein on their end step. They'd have to tap out first. Because we need to be able to hold up royal treatment. Dusk Rose Reliquary. Doing 2 damage to Bill. Huh. So if I protect Bill, they eat the Saz's Chocobo, huh? I guess it's bye-bye Bill.
All too easy.
It'll be hard to get to 12. We could get to 9, 10, 11.
My network is already vast.
And they might be able to make a creature. And they got food, so they can really get back to 16. If they do a creature, we could fight it. Depending on the creature. The Legion Extruder can, yeah, there we go. So they actually sacrificed the nutrient block, so that's good.
All too easy. Make yourself useful.
We get another royal treatment. fight. I think they were supposed to sacrifice that. The Legion Extruder, but okay. So do I take out the Tezzeret? I can't win.
My will is my
They're
own.
gonna block. Okay. Alright. Gonna waste the trample. They're down to 3 cards.
Loss is of no
Hopefully none of them are removal. Otherwise the Tezzeret just searches up another Dusk Rose Reliquary, right? Like... Lantern. Chandra's Spark Hunter. Okay.
You need a win, and I'm a winner.
That makes a vehicle. I don't think the vehicles can block, though.
Let's shift gears.
Yeah, they're trying to draw their way out of it. Candy Trail. Definitely not going to be an easy win here.
Just try to keep up.
Get an escape tunnel. They can't make an artifact this turn. But I can't win. I think I gotta stop their engine.
Pull off, then back on the bike.
Candy Trail will let them draw. Alright, little Chocobo. World's counting on you here. Thousand Moon Smithy. Just made 8/8. Okay, well, we got the Foblet Passage. So they make a 3/3. They can deal... They can't deal 2 damage to the Chocobo because they don't have the mana. So the most they could do is 11. So I think we're safe attacking here, even if they go for the double block. We kind of hope they go for the double block, right? Or is this that would become a would that become a 9/9? No, they're gonna sacrifice a creature. They're gonna sacrifice the thing to make it 7/7, make it 3/3, a chump block. Geez, what can they turn this into? Just a thing that makes gnomes. They do that. This comes into play tap. And another Chandra. Ugh.
Danger.
See if they attack with
You know I'm in.
the gnome or not. I
Alright,
think if they were
team.
going to attack, they
New
wouldn't have
plan.
sacrificed first. But who knows?
We can go even faster.
What do we draw? We draw land. So yeah, it's lethal. I guess we may as well attack them. Force the block. They're getting very close to getting us on the crackback. If you want to see how to beat this deck, you're just running out of gas. Try to get it down to a chocobo you can chump block every turn. Land is great. Tezzeret's not great. If they go try to search up removal again.
Will belong to me. Even these
They do.
strange
Okay, perfect.
answer to me.
In the sense that my one card I have can protect. I do get to make a giant creature.
I expect success.
And that will put the ward on the stack. Pay the ward, okay. Now we royal treatment.
I am in charge here.
And do they hit us for 7?
Success.
They're looking like they're in a pretty good spot. Oh, okay, they're gonna hit us for
Check out
11.
these wheels.
They get to
My
12.
will is my own.
They just have to be able to. Yeah, they just sacrifice one weapons. Okay, they've got us. Let's see if they know it. And Legion Extruder. Got it. Yeah, good game. All right. Up against Nikadoct or what? You tell me, opponent. But now we can go Bill on turn 2. That way we can play Tifa turn 3, hold up Snakeskin Veil. Depending on what opponent does. If they're like a rabbit stack and they don't have any interaction, you might just be able to unload. We got Mossborn Hydra curve right into. No Saz's Chocobo or Llanowar Elf, which is our preferred thing to have for turn 1. And opponent may not be there. Hello. Nikadoct.
I do not have time for this. I do not have time for you.
You know what a hurry we're in!
Salty didn't like it much.
I don't suppose you could have split things up.
Salty?
Do it! Salty, I am only waiting around to kill you.
Pardon me blowing my nose. Happy ragweed season, everyone. Happy ragweed season. Okay. Nikadoct. Okay, they showed up. See what they're up to. They're a red deck, so they'll probably be able to handle Mr. Bill. Okay. They're probably just the usual. I'll go ahead and pre-play the forest. Make Bill a little bigger. We can even attack with Bill before we even play Tifa. I think they're probably VV Cauldron. We gotta win before they assemble VV Cauldron, essentially. Tursa Light Shatter, and that will tap them out. They'll grow the Mako. Winternight Stories in the graveyard. And they attack for 6. That's pretty good. No blocks. Now, let's see. Can we win? by Snakeskin Veil. And then next turn we can put 2 counters on Tifa. Can we get up to 17? I'm gonna risk it. Because they also don't have a block for Bill. Yeah, we've got Overprotect, so let's Overprotect. Yeah. Now Tifa is really doubling up. And Sacrifice. And we got it. Hit you for 29. Bill! Okay, how did we do? Well, very respectable 60% win rate when we were on the play. We were 100% when we were on the draw. We were 0%. That's Magic in the year of our Lord 2025. Only 30 minutes to play 5 matches, pretty fast. And if that win rate would continue, and I have a feeling it would probably be closer to like 55%. Although, you know, maybe you run hot, maybe you make a couple adjustments to this, and you can get it up to very close to the rares version of the deck that's winning 62% of the time. And in which case, that's great. But 60% win rate, I think, is very respectable at Platinum. Oh, in terms of what I would change about the deck, I don't know about Bushwhack. I think we saw a case where it could have helped us. I maybe made the wrong decisions by attacking Planeswalkers. I should have gotten us within another hit. Maybe not. I don't know. That was a tricky game. I'd love your commentary if you're an expert Magic player. Love your commentary on that game. But yeah, I think 4 Saz's Chocobos, 4 Llanowar Elves is for sure. I think if you look at the high win rate decks, they have at least 5 of Snakeskin Veil Royal Treatment. Overprotect, I think if you're doing budget, if you've got enough Mossborn Hydra Tifa, I don't know. I would throw still 1 Overprotect into the list. Ride the Shoe Puff can obviously go if you've got the Bills. The thing is with Bill, it is legendary. We saw that, you know, you draw a hand with 2 Tifas or 2 Bills or something, and then you get in trouble. So the Mossborn Hydra might actually be one of the things you go up to 4 of. Springbloom Druid could maybe even be 4 of, and maybe more lands even. Obviously, you would run 4 of Fable Passage if you got it. I think people might be sleeping a little bit on Promising Vein. Being able to tap the land for mana the turn it comes into play has been relevant in my testing. So those are my thoughts. Leave your thoughts in the comments. And with that, this is Mana Dad reminding you, Magic is a game so fun, even dads can enjoy it. Adios.